Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, we are hanging out in my living room again. We just got back from vacation. We went to the Outer Banks for just a couple of nights, and so before we left, we just kind of dropped a bunch of stuff into the office, and I went in there this morning and realized that it's kind of a mess again, and so I'm just out here in the living room hanging out for the daily drive. So good morning, let me know when you're on. Say hey. If you are new to the daily drive, this is just simply how I live in my purpose a couple of times a week. I feel like my purpose in life is to speak publicly, openly, and vulnerably about anxiety and mental health, about how I stay in control of my mind while living with anxiety every day, and how you can be in control of your mind as well. And so I do this on Facebook a couple times a week just to bring y'all some information and hopefully help you grow. It is my dream to become a public motivational, inspirational speaker, whatever you want to call it, give a TED Talk, all of those things. And so this just helps me live into that a little bit a couple of times a week. So welcome to the Daily Drive. Thank you for being here. I am just back from a little vacation. My husband's birthday was on Sunday, so we just jetted down to the Outer Banks for a couple of nights and hung out in a real cute Airbnb. It was a little cold, so we just kind of put our toes in the sand a little bit, but there wasn't much beach fun. But we did all of the tourist stuff. We played putt-putt. We bought all kinds of things that we thought were cool and cute. We came back with a hermit crab. We did all the tourist stuff and just had fun. And so I am feeling rested. I'm feeling like I got a decent amount of rest on vacation. We just kind of, went with the flow of things. We didn't make a lot of plans. We went out to a nice dinner. But other than that, we just kind of like hung out and relaxed and reconnected a little bit and just, had a nice relaxing weekend at the beach. And so I feel like I am pretty rested. I feel like I had a little bit of a break. I feel like, I took some downtime for me. And so I feel like I am well rested, but I just still kind of feel a little bit of the blahs. I just kind of like woke up yesterday and today and just kind of feel like, I want to like lay around on the couch and not do anything all day. I want to, just hang out, like just having that like blah feeling, like lacking motivation, lacking that push. And so when I first started doing the Daily Drive Live, we did Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so I always did Motivation Monday on Mondays just to chat about how to stay motivated, get motivated, and all of that. And so this feeling rested but like blah at the same time and kind of wrestling with that made me feel like maybe I'm just lacking motivation. Maybe my motivation has slipped a little bit. And so I want to chat with you for a second just about regaining your motivation, because you will not stay motivated if what you're working on does not align with your inner purpose. I can feel zero motivation and still bring energy to this live platform because I feel like this is my purpose, and living in that purpose gives me a little bit of energy back, right? And so I can have zero motivation before I click that live button, but still bring the energy because this is where my purpose is. And so when you are feeling just a little bit blah, like I said, I'm feeling like I'm well rested. I'm not feeling, like overwhelmed. Like I'm not feeling stressed out necessarily. I'm just kind of feeling like melancholy, like just a little like blah. I don't really want to do anything. And so what do I do when I need to regain motivation? motivation. Like I was saying, your motivation has got to come from the inside. If you are working on a weight loss journey and you are printing a picture of the skinny girl in the bikini and hanging it on your refrigerator so that you don't overeat every time you go in the fridge, that's not going to keep you motivated for the long term, for the long haul. If you are not motivated by internal feelings. When I wanted to really lose weight and was just done with diet life and diet culture and all of the things, I flipped the script on myself. And now I tell myself that physical activity and eating moderately, eating well are parts of how I am honoring my body and keeping my body healthy, honoring my mental health by just reminding myself that it's about how I feel on the inside and not what I look like on the outside. And so what I kind of do when I need to regain my motivation is there. I know what my purpose is. I know the things that come along with that. I want to be a public speaker and writer and, blogger and all of those things. And so that means that I get to come talk live on social media. I get to write on my blog, on my website. I get to, create things. I get to connect with people. But sometimes I just feel like, do I really want to do another thing? Do I really want to type something up right now? And so I just remind myself and regain that motivation by doing what inspires me, right? So maybe you like to journal. Maybe journaling inspires you. I sometimes just like to get my journal out and get on Google and Google journal prompts. You can find other people's journal prompts on there, and a prompt is just something that's going to make you think a little bit differently. So maybe I will search for journal prompts for anxiety, journal prompts for moving past old things, journal prompts for forgiving myself, journal prompts for regaining motivation, right? Sometimes I'll just look those things up and journal it out, and that'll help inspire me. I like to do devotions. I like to expand my mind and think differently. Reading and writing inspire me. Listening to podcasts, doing personal development, right? Finding things that I know I need to grow in and listening to those and putting in the growth effort. I am inspired by watching documentaries and learning new things about things, in this world, or maybe learning something that I didn't know about a situation already. And so when you need to regain that motivation, first of all, you need to make sure that what you're working on is aligned with your purpose. It's not aligned with my purpose to lose weight because I think I need to look like someone else. It's aligned with my purpose to take care of my body through physical activity and eating moderately, right? That aligns with my inner purpose, because when I take care of my body, my mental health is easier to control. When my body feels good, my mind is going to feel good as well, right? When I need to regain motivation related to creating content, speaking live, coming on here and giving you the daily drive, creating YouTube videos, when I need to regain motivation about those types of things, I dive into personal development. I look at who I can follow that's doing the same things I want to do and what are they working on. So I dive back into those things that inspire me when I need to regain my motivation. Another thing that I do when I need to regain my motivation is intentionally work on those things that are related to my purpose. Because when we lack motivation, those are the things that get pushed to the side, right? Those things that are really going to push us towards our purpose get pushed to the side because maybe we're a little bit scared. We don't know how to approach it. We don't know what to do. And so I intentionally work on things that are getting me to my purpose, that are within my realm. For example, this morning, I just got on my laptop and made sure that my YouTube channel and my website have been updated with my daily drive videos. I started a blog post that I'm going to go back and finish later on today. And I just worked on those things that are going to intentionally get me closer to my purpose, because I don't want to push them off. And when I'm doing those things that inspire me and intentionally doing things that get me closer to my purpose, I'm going to build back up that motivation. Just from working on my website and coming live and talking to you, I have my notes written down like always. Just from doing those couple of things, I'm going to do some journaling. I'm going to finish watching a documentary that I started. I worked on my website. I worked on my YouTube channel. Just from doing those things, I'm already feeling that energy, that motivation building back up. So when you feel like you're just lacking that motivation, you're just feeling blah, you can regain that motivation and you can build it back up. Just do things that inspire you. Don't push those things off. It's so easy for me to just sit on the couch and not do anything. So even when I feel like doing that, I still sit on the couch and do things that inspire me. Sit on the couch and watch a documentary. Sit on the couch and create content about mental health and help with mental health. I don't know what that was. Did y'all just see that? Creating content, working on my website. Those are things that I can do even while I'm feeling blah from sitting on, or even when I'm feeling blah and sitting on the couch. Like I can't even get the words together, right? Do the things. Don't give up on your purpose just because your motivation isn't aligned. Like I said, I feel like I am well rested from the weekend. I went to the beach and had a great time and, did all of the touristy things. I love this ring. Y'all are going to see this like for forever. I love it. We did all of the touristy things. We have a hermit crab named Sebastian. I got my sleep on, took a lot of naps, went to some nice dinners, played putt-putt, came home feeling relaxed, but just feeling the blahs, the melancholy lack of motivation, right? And so in the spirit of Motivation Monday, like I used to do, I know it's Tuesday, okay? I'm not that far gone with the motivation. I know it's Tuesday. But in the spirit of Motivation Monday, like we used to do, you can regain your motivation and build it back up. Just do what inspires you intentionally. Does it inspire you to do some journaling? Does it inspire you to get outside and go for a walk? Does it inspire you to reach out to a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time? Does it inspire you to watch a documentary, to find a podcast that maybe makes you think differently, to find a book that makes you think differently, to talk to your parents? Do what inspires you to fuel that fire internally again. When your purpose, when you are working on your purpose, when you are working on things that are aligned with your purpose, the motivation will come naturally. But when you have those times of feeling the blahs, you can regain your motivation and build that motivation back up. So do what inspires you. I'm going to drop the Daily Drive worksheet in the comments. If that inspires you, I love it. That's awesome. I work on the Daily Drive in some form every single day because I want to be in control of what I'm thinking. I want to be in control of what I'm absorbing and what I'm putting back out into the world. So I do the Daily Drive to keep myself inspired. I grow and learn new things whenever I can, whether it's watching a documentary, whether it's listening to a podcast, whether it's reading a book, whether it is going for a walk and just looking at what's out there. You guys, when we got home from the beach on Sunday, we were looking out the window. We were just standing here looking out the window and we saw a male and female cardinal fly up on the bushes, and the male cardinal sat there and put like some food or something in the female cardinal's mouth so she could eat it, and it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. And if we weren't just taking the moment to stand there and absorb that and be inspired by that, we wouldn't have seen that. So do what inspires you. Do those things. It inspires me to stand here and look out this window and see all of the nature and go for a walk, and seeing that male cardinal give the food to the female cardinal was like a revelation of sorts, right? So do what inspires you to regain your motivation and intentionally work on things that are related to your purpose. Don't push them off. And when you do those things over time, you're going to build that motivation back up. I'm already feeling more energized just from talking about it because this is my purpose in life. So you can regain that motivation even when you're feeling the blahs. And you guys, I want you to know that I am so thankful for you. You always go in my joy jar. Even when I'm hanging out in the living room, I write my notes on a card and you guys go on the other side. So my motivation makers, because you can be in charge of your motivation. You're going to go in the joy jar. That's one way that I show gratitude. Do me a favor and check out dailydrivecoaching.com. The Daily Drive videos are all up to date on there. Blog posts are coming. You can see my shop, my retail. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom and put your email address in and hit subscribe, you'll get the content from me right to your email inbox as I put it out. That's dailydrivecoaching.com. If you're not part of my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group, it's tagged here in this video, or you can just search Becoming Unlimited on Facebook. That is just a free community where you get these daily drives plus a little bit more content about unlimiting your thoughts and just a community of support so that you know you're not in this mental health, personal growth, life journey alone. That's Becoming Unlimited on Facebook. If you are checking out Daily Drive Coaching on YouTube, do me a favor and hit subscribe there and turn on notifications. Turn on notifications for all of my social media because I never ask for a fee for what I do here on social media. I just ask that you help me continue to spread mental health awareness and break the stigmas around mental health by tagging a friend, sharing a video, subscribing to all of the things, turning on notifications. That helps me get a little bit closer to my dreams and goals just by you guys helping out on social media to spread mental health awareness. So I appreciate that so much. I love y'all so much for tuning in. Remember, when you are having those times where you're just feeling the blahs and the melancholy, even when you feel like you are rested and ready to go, you're feeling that little bit of lack of motivation, intentionally do what inspires you. Journaling, podcasts, listening to books, going for a walk, reading something. Intentionally do what inspires you and intentionally work on things that are getting you towards your purpose. Doing those and letting those build up is going to allow your motivation to build up and your energy to come back. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. I will see you soon.